Newsupdate.
Good evening and welcome. I am Ibrahim Adebayo with the Carnival News Update. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is currently presiding over the Executive Council meeting at the Council Chamber, Presidential Villa, Abuja. The last council meeting, which was held about 6 weeks ago, dealt with a huge number of memorandums discussing various critical issues of the state. Over 20 memoranda were considered and approved in May, including a new initiative by the Nigerian government aimed at driving economic growth through investment in housing and infrastructure projects. The meeting is being attended by almost all members of the cabinet, among who were the secretary to the government of the Federation, SDF, Senator George Akume, the president, chief of staff Femi Gbajabiamila, and the head of service Dr. Folashade Yemieson, with the exception of the Vice President Kashim Shettima and the National Security Advisor NSA Nuhu Ribadu, who were not in the council chamber at the commencement of the meeting. The Information Minister Muhammad Idris said the President has approved that the Federal Executive Council meeting will now be happening on Mondays, as against the traditional Wednesdays that were used to. Meanwhile, Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State has announced the reshuffling of his cabinet members. Makinde made this declaration in a statement today, made available to newsmen through his special advisor on media, Sulaiman Olanrewaju. The governor, in a statement, said the Commissioner for Trade, Industry, Investment and Cooperatives, Ademola Ojo, has been moved to the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters. Also, Mr. Segun Olayiwola, who until reshuffling was manning the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters, have been moved to the Ministry of Establishment and Training. The Commissioner for Establishment and Training, Adeniyi Adebisi, has now been moved to the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Investment and Cooperatives. Governor Makinde, in the statement, noted that the reshuffling is with immediate effect. In another news, the Independent Petrol Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Adamawa Taraba chapters, has expressed resolve to continue its ongoing strike even as petrol sells for 2,000 naira per litre. The IPMAN chairman, Dahiru Buba, stated this in an interview with newsmen today in Yola. He said the strike was occasioned by the incessant harassment of its members and illegal seizure of their tankers carrying petrols by officials of the Nigerian Customs Service. Buba stated that custom officers had abandoned their designated area of operation at the borders and were now targeting legitimate businesses in metropolitan and local government areas. According to him, these have led to financial losses, artificial scarcity, and a hike in product prices, and the strike will continue until Nigerian Customs stop their activities. It will be recalled that on June 10, the Controller General of the Nigerian Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, during a news briefing in Yola, solicited the support and cooperation of all stakeholders in the fight against smuggling, especially petrol, saying that the smuggling of the petroleum products across the country borders was a sabotage of Nigerian economy. On the foreign scene, the International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrant for Russian former defense minister and its military chief for attacking civilians targets in Ukraine. The Hague-based court said in a statement today that warrants were issued because judges consider there were reasonable grounds to believe that these men were responsible for missile strikes carried out by the Russian armed forces against Ukrainian electric infrastructure from October 10, 2022 until at least March 9, 2023. The International Criminal Court accused former Defense Minister Sergei Zogul and General Valery Gerasimov of the war crime and the crime against humanity of inhuman acts. In March this year, the court issued arrest warrant for 2 high-ranking Russian military officers on charges linked to attack on civilian infrastructure in Ukraine that judges said happened pursuant to a state policy. The Security Council said on Tuesday today that the International Criminal Court arrest warrant on Sogul was part of a hybrid war against Moscow. In the interesting world of sports, Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag is set to sign a new deal with the Premier League, according to the transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. The contract is now almost agreed. Ten Hag is also keen to bring back former United striker Ruud van Nistelrooy as part of his coaching team. Report says Romano stated that Erik ten Hag is set to sign a new contract at Manchester United as a deal is now almost agreed. Contracts advancing to final stage this week with his agent to finalize terms. And that ends the news updates on Carnival Radio. I am Ibrahim Adebayo. You can download the Carnival Media app on Google Play Store or iOS App Store. Thank you for listening and do enjoy the rest of your evening. Ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́ o, àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn lámúwá sétí gbọ́yìn láti ilé iṣẹ́ Carnival Radio. Ibrahim Adébáyọ̀ lóníròyìn yín. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ni wọ́n láǹfààní àti darí ìpàdé àwọn aláṣẹ ilẹ̀ yìí tó ga jù lónìí nílé ìjọba tó wà nílùú Àbújá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ pípẹ́ tí ìpàdé náà ti wáyé kányìn. Ìpàdé àwọn aláṣẹ ìgbìmọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí tó ga jù ló wáyé gbẹ̀yìn ní nǹkan bíi ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́fà sẹ́yìn níbi tí wọ́n ti ṣàgbéyẹ̀wò àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ìlú tó ṣe pàtàkì. Kò dín ní àwọn àbá lóríṣiríṣi bíi 20 níye tí ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ náà fọwọ́ sí lóṣù karùn-ún tó ré kọjá, pàápàá èyí tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú mímú àgbéga tó ń ti ìyípadà bá ètò ọrọ̀ ajé pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ ilégbèé àti àwọn àkànṣe iṣẹ́ lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan. Bákan náà ni ìròyìn fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ ilẹ̀ yìí pátápátá ni wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ péjú pésẹ̀ síbi ìpàdé náà lónìí, níbi tá a ti rí akọ̀wé fún ìjọba àpapọ̀ sẹ́nitọ̀ George Akume, olórí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ ọ̀nàrẹ́bù Fẹ́mi Gbàjàbíàmílà àti alákòóso fọ́rọ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọ̀mọ̀wé Fọláṣadé Yẹmí Ẹ̀sán, ṣùgbọ́n tí igbákejì ààrẹ Alhaji Kashim Shettima àti alákòóso àgbà fọ́rọ̀ ètò ààbò nílẹ̀ yìí Nuhu Ribadu ni wọn ò láǹfààní àti sí níbi ìpàdé ọ̀hún lásìkò tó bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹni tí í ṣe mínísítà fọ́rọ̀ ìkéde Muhammad Idris ti jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ báyìí wípé ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ti wá buwọ́lù wípé ìpàdé ìgbìmọ̀ àwọn aláṣẹ ilẹ̀ yìí tó máa ń wáyé lọ́jọ́rú tẹ́lẹ̀ ni yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wáyé ní ọjọ́ ajé Monday báyìí láti àsìkò yìí lọ. Nínú ìròyìn míì ẹ̀wẹ̀, ẹgbẹ́ àwọn alágbàtà epo bẹntiró IPMAN ní ìpínlẹ̀ Adamawa àti ẹ̀ka ti ìpínlẹ̀ Adamawa àti Taraba ni wọ́n ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe tán lásìkò tá a wà yìí láti túbọ̀ tẹ̀síwájú nípasẹ̀ ìyanṣẹ́lódì tí wọ́n gùn lé lórí bí jálá epo bẹntiró ṣe ti di $2 ní àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ náà báyìí. Ẹni tí í ṣe alága fún ẹgbẹ́ àwọn alágbàtà epo ẹ̀ka ti ìpínlẹ̀ Adamawa àti Taraba, Dahiru Buba, ló sì sọ lójú ìkéde ọ̀hún bẹ́ẹ̀ fáwọn oníròyìn lónìí nínú ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe fún un. Bákan náà ló tún tẹ̀síwájú nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ wípé gbọmọgbọmọ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ aṣọ́bodè nílẹ̀ yìí èyí tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú bí wọ́n ti ṣe ń gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé àwọn ọkọ̀ epo táwọn ń lò láti fi gbé àwọn epo ló mú kí ẹgbẹ́ IPMAN fẹ́ gùn lé ìyanṣẹ́lódì lórí ẹ̀ kí àtúnṣe tó ń ti àyípadà lè tètè wáyé lẹ́yẹ ọ̀sọ́kà. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Buba ṣe láfikún pé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ aṣọ́bodè ni wọ́n ti fi àwọn ẹnu lóró sílẹ̀ láìsọ tó sì wá jẹ́ wípé àwọn alágbàtà epo bẹntiró táwọn ń ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn lọ́nà tó bá òfin mu ni wọ́n dojú sọ báyìí, èyí tó ti mú kí àwọn pàdánù àwọn èrè gọbọi tí epo sì tún ti wá di ọ̀wọ́n gógó nípa ẹ̀, tí wọ́n sì ní táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ aṣọ́bodè nílẹ̀ yóò bá fi lè tètè jáwọ́ nínú àwọn ìwà àìtọ́ tí wọ́n ń wò, àwọn ò ní sinmi ìyanṣẹ́lódì náà rárá. A ò ní rí jù báyìí lọ lórí àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn láti iléeṣẹ́ Carnival Radio. Ẹ láǹfààní àti lọ dáńlódù áàpù Carnival ní orí ìtàkùn ayélujára Google Play Store tàbí App Store kẹ̀sì fi sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yín lẹ́bàá láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ wa láti ìgbàdégbà. Ibrahim Adébáyọ̀ ló ti ń ròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ Carnival Radio. Kẹ́ ní ọjọ́ rere o, òdì lábọ̀.